for each team.
So as we move to 149, Barone and Retherford, as you mentioned, 19 versus 1. This will be a tough one for Barone because Zain Retherford has proven to be a force.
And you mentioned Barone only getting his ranking a short time ago, and Zain Retherford's been at the top of power rankings for NCAA wrestling all year, proving that he is a force to be reckoned with. This is a similar match from Zane Richards and George Carpenter, trying to, limit the damage on Illinois' side. So it'll be interesting to see what strategy the wrestler Barone takes, whether it's a more aggressive attack, trying to actually beat the number 1 ranked wrestler, or more defensive and trying to limit the damage.
So through 3 bouts, 3 majors, and an 8-4 lead for the Nittany Lions. To bout number 4, number 1, Zain Retherford, 16-0 this season for the redshirt junior. Out of Benton High School, finished his high school career 130-3 with 2 state titles, including finishing the 47-0 mark, and the 2016, the reigning national champion at 149 pounds. Retherford has 11 pins this season as we get a stoppage and a quick reset here with 2:25 to go. Barone, the redshirt freshman, talked about it, his first time being ranked just last week, and he's won 5 of his 7 Big Ten duels since taking over for the injured Brock Irvin, redshirted last year. And a 2-time Illinois National Scholastic Dual Team member. That's Barone.
And Barone doing a good job of not letting Retherford intimidate him, going right after him, and being very aggressive, not just going on his knees and trying to defend, doing a good job of playing offense as well.
And Retherford with the takedown, 150 left to wrestle in this first period, so it took a little while, especially for a guy like Zain Retherford, who's the NCAA's most dominant wrestler, averaging just north of 5.5 team points per bout.
You gotta have a guy like that who's gonna get you bonus points every time he's on the mat. When you need a swing in the momentum, you can count on a guy like Zain Retherford to get you the pin or the tech and get some bonus points for your team.
Retherford is also sitting on a 51 match win streak as he runs back to the center here to continue wrestling.
And an interesting move there from Barone, a nice roll, try to prop him up and get him over, try to get a reversal, but Retherford, being the experienced wrestler he is, doing a good job of defending and letting Barone take him out of bounds so he couldn't get the points and reset center of the mat.
Retherford here, looking for the turn, has the near fall count. Only has 2 for now. It's 4-0. 2 near fall points. 55 seconds left to wrestle here in the first period.
Good pin combination from Retherford there, but a little dangerous as he had to completely roll over on his back, almost landing on his back like he had Barone only seconds before.
So 2 scares for Barone in the past 20 seconds or so, and a 4-0 lead for Zain Retherford with 30 seconds left to wrestle in this first period, and riding time at 1:25 for the Nittany Lion redshirt junior.
You mentioned Zain Retherford averaging 5.5 team points per match, and you see why. He just pins the arm behind Barone and just goes for the tilts, trying to get that 4 count from the officials. Does a good job of just piling up the points because he's an aggressive wrestler and a confident wrestler, and other wrestlers know that going up against him.
Retherford trying to get that tilt on the edge of the mat. As they come off, they'll recenter with Barone down. And for Zain Retherford, something a bit unique. He redshirted not his first year at Penn State, but his second year in 2014-15 after an impressive freshman season, doing awfully well, and did not wrestle at all. The belief was keep it in the room, a bit of showmanship.
And a good single leg takedown here by Retherford. Good trip. Gets the leg behind and gets it pinned up, not letting Barone build a base, and doing a good job of keeping him trapped to the mat as much as possible.
Retherford selects down to start the second. And in addition to showmanship in that 2014-15 redshirt season, the belief is also that Penn State has the best wrestlers in the country. So why go out and wrestle in these open tournaments when day in and day out, you can just go against your own teammates who really are the best of the best.
It's like it's like almost going to a Southern Scuffle type thing in your own wrestling room. Each day you practice. You got guys that are going to compete in those types of tournaments, and you don't have to travel far. Just go right over to Lorenzo Wrestling Complex and wrestle against some of the best wrestlers in the country.
So Retherford with the escape extends his lead to 5. 1:36 of riding time in his favor, and 1:30 left to wrestle here in the second period. Retherford turns in high crotch here. Now he's got control and takes him down. It's a 7-0 lead for Zain Retherford.
Good push and throw by Retherford. Now he's got that leg and trying to break him down even farther and gets him turned around on his back.
An impressive move here from Zain Retherford for a few more near fall points, and he might be closing in on a pin here. 55 seconds left to wrestle in the second period, so plenty of time for Retherford, and he gets the pin.
And an impressive show of strength there from Retherford, taking Barone's leg and just bending it backwards over his back, similar to a bow and arrow cradle, except without getting his head in the side. Just takes his leg, crunches it up, and gets him on the back for the pin, firing up this Rec Hall crowd once again.
The pin comes at 4:09 for Zain Retherford, and at 6 more points for the Nittany Lions. It's now a 14-4 lead.
Once again, Retherford just laying him over, showing him who the superior wrestler is on the mat. A great show of strength from Retherford, and making another example of why he is one of the most dominant, if not the dominant wrestler in the country.